you know, there's this great model called reduce, reuse, recycle. It's been around for a while. Part of the reason we don't think about it anymore is because corporations with a lot of money did a very brilliant campaign called recycle, recycle, recycle. Why? Because then we can buy more. The model is reduce, reuse, recycle. So it's like it's this most mundane thing that we've been talking about for a long time. Earth Day just had its 40th year celebration. Reduce, reuse, recycle as a model has been around for a very long time. So we actually can just look at what are the ways to reduce the impact of our choices. The disease of disconnect, many of you have heard this before, but the disease of disconnect is so prevalent in our society that we say we're going to throw something away. Where is away? The disease of disconnect is so prevalent that we think there's this place called away, right? And yet the truth is away always has a face and a place, always. Starting from where that whatever it was created, the resources that it took to create that, the people that it took to create that, all the way to the end of the string to where it gets dumped or burnt or whatever happens to it. So there's no such place as away. So beginning to reawaken our mindfulness of this reduce, reuse, recycle model, I always add respect and rethink first. If we respect the earth, if we respect one another, if we respect the future generations who are going to live or die with the legacy of our choices, we begin to automatically rethink our choices. If we ask ourselves every day, what would love choose in this moment? If we had to listen to a chainsaw every time we used a paper disposable product, if we had to go walk in the clear cuts that are the results of those kind of unconscious choices, I imagine many of our choices would change. If we had to go walk in the unlined oil pits in Africa and Ecuador like I have, and then witness what happens to the earth and to people's lives, our choices probably about when we get in a car and how we get in a car, and plastic everything, because plastic all comes from petroleum. I imagine most of our choices would begin to shift. If we had to, every time we made a choice, if we had to be connected to the other end of the thread of that choice, our choices would begin to change. But particularly in the United States and in most growing and industrialized countries, there's many, many barriers and mechanisms put between us and our choices so that we're not present to the impact of them. So the everyday choices, as we begin to realize, okay, what I choose to buy or not buy, what I choose to throw away or not throw away, what I choose to recycle, turning the light switch on, how often I use the heater, all those things that seem so silly and mundane, if we had to be connected to the thread of the consequence of that choice, we would realize how powerful we are in our everyday choices. And then our everyday choices would automatically begin to change. So I also, after doing this work for a while, I said one more R word to the end, which is rejoice. So now the reduce, reuse, recycle model is respect, rethink, reduce, reuse, recycle. Rejoice! Because oftentimes we get so dang serious. And the issues we face are serious, but life is a miracle, so let's make sure and enjoy it while we got it. And let's celebrate the victories. I also remind people that to wake up every day and have the courage to have your heart open and care in this world today is something to celebrate. Make sure and celebrate your own courage in keeping your heart open and choosing to act from an open heart. And make sure to remember to celebrate each other for having the courage to care and having the courage to put care into action. And have as much fun and celebration as part of this work as possible, because why would we want to waste life doing anything but enjoying it to the best of our ability?